Oh, I just made a mistake. So welcome everyone. We're great to see you and join with you on this, the first day of Connection Field through Good of the Whole, opening to the larger field that connects all of us. And some might call it the heart field, some call it the quantum field or the unified field. And also, we sometimes refer to it as home frequency, a place where this is a little bit like a relay where we pass on one person to the other, and actually the letters, I was noticing the letters in the word relay are the same as in the word really. So we're really here today. And we thank you for joining in, because it is each of us contributes a part to that, and it's partly through our presence. We are each antennae to the larger wholeness, and that helps to ground that energy. And even though we have a small group today, I just invite you to imagine that we are connecting with the larger wholeness and other people who are creating spaces in the field to help and to respond to what's happening in our world. And I was out for a walk just before I came on to into the field here. And as the sunlight was dancing, beautiful bright sunlight, midday, it's 1 p.m. here, close to that. And I just got the inspiration of just imagining all of this as Leela, which is a Sanskrit term, or maybe a Hindu term, which means divine play. So just imagining that this is all a part of divine play, the challenge, the situation with the virus, as well as our response and the choices that we make each day. You know, the choice to be connected, the choice to be helpful. I just heard yesterday the governor of New York speaking and sharing that there were 57,000 volunteers to come in and help out in the hospitals. And that's just pretty amazing when you think about that. So, and also some other pieces that really touched me are in Italy, that in Assisi, in the town square, that this was actually heard about a while back, that people were gathering in or some people were in the town square and singing across the square to one another, singing beautiful, making beautiful sounds and sharings. And I am going to be bringing some sound today to the parts that I participate in, to just open to healing sound. Sound healers say that, or some sound healers say, probably most of them would say, that we are made of music, that we are like symphonies of sound. And so part of my intention when I will be doing sound is an invitation for the music, for the sound, for the music that is within each person to come through more fully, more abundantly. and as well to have somewhat of a resting place here. So we come and be fed and be nourished as we do in the field. And so I will be doing sound after I do a little bit of sharing here, and then we'll have a chance to share of anything that spoke to you or touched you or that grows out of your experience. I forgot what there. Okay, so I actually, as I was reflecting, I remembered a quote that really spoke to me a while back, and it still does, maybe even right now more so. It's from a rabbi who's also a teacher and traveling minstrel. His name is Shlomo Carlebach. And he said that some people sleep until morning. Others know they have to bring the morning. So in this situation, it's somewhat incumbent upon us to realize that we need to bring the morning, we need to bring the new day in whatever ways that we may, as each is called, in just a simple hello and just an honoring the connection with another person. Let's see. And as I expressed earlier, it's something that also came to me is the aspect of dreaming. Sometimes in times of crisis, personal or larger crisis, we tend to maybe drawn to put our dreams on hold. And so this space, or at least I see the connecting field as a space where we connect more deeply, even more deeply with our dreams, and sometimes a crisis like what's happening now may actually help, as I think, Talia, you were referring to earlier today, that it may actually bring us closer to our dreams through the challenge that we're presently experiencing. So this is new to me. I'm working with the sound instruments, playing, hopefully divine, playing with sound instruments to find the best ways to where the sound can express itself through this medium. So I'm just going to do just a little relaxation to begin. So I thank you all for being here in this moment. And I invite you to take some easy, deep breaths. Just become aware of where your breath is right now. And just the blessing of the life energy moving through us like an ocean, the rising and falling of the waves of the ocean. And with each breath, allow those waves to take you deeper into yourself. Into the divine dance and play, Lila, as we realize that we both giving and receiving. And now just do a quick scan of your body or a slow scan of your body and notice where any tensions might be. And through the loving invitation of your breath, invite those places to relax. And now notice any sensations, any feelings in your body, any perceptions that you may be having. Maybe any way the energy may be calling you. Perhaps to go deeper, or perhaps just to relax and let go. Beautiful. And last, to just accept this moment exactly as it is, without needing to change it. And I will begin with some sound. The invitation is to just know that you will receive in the way that is right for you. So I will open and connect with the field. And please tell me, I can just see Glenn, is this too loud or piercing? Is it okay? It's good, thanks. I invite you, if you want, you can make an ah sound. To just let the flow go. Perhaps even gently let any dam that is there release. Ooh. And I invite you as well to open to a gift from the field, or a blessing from the field that is grateful for your participation in this initiative. Ah. Ah. So this time is for you. Release any cares and concerns. And feel free if you are drawn to make sounds as well. To just be with your experience for a moment. Open your experience in connection with the field. Notice your body. Notice your heart. Notice your mind, your thoughts. Or place of no thoughts. And notice your spirit. And I invite you to now kind of make some little movements with your fingers, your toes, returning back to the space where you are, the physical place. Returning back to our circle, to this place, this moment in time. And shortly, I will invite you, if you'd like to share about your experience or just anything that was shared earlier, even about dreams or about connecting with the field or about choices or not. So just unmute yourself when you're ready. Or if you need space to just continue to experience that's okay too.
Henry, I'm feeling just really nice. You know, really centered, connected. You know, as you were playing the sounds, you know, I just had a very lovely experience of good thoughts, and you know, life is, you know, here we are, one breath at a time, moving along, and you know, it's awesome. So thank you for that.
Mm. Thank you, Glenn. Yes. I'm just opening to how sound can be sent or communicated through this medium. So thank you.
It worked really well from my perspective.
Great.
And yeah, I think you could do this every day for a long time. Yay.
Thanks.
Yes. I agree. That was really, really good. Really nice, Henry. Thank you. And it just reminds me of how music has been in my life for, I don't know, I was writing I had some kind of class. I was writing an autobiography. And as I look back, I realized growing up how, you know, music had enriched my life so much. And there's something about, it's about maybe resonance, huh? And we talk about heart resonance and how resonance runs through so much through our bodies, and through our hearts to each other, and through sound and hearing that. And through our voices, that we also express that, as well as through instruments, whatever. I don't even know what to call some of those that you used. But yeah, it is a way of sharing resonance that I know is healing. I don't know. It arouses that love frequency, I think. I can remember when I was in college, and I had taken some piano lessons before, but I remember there was someone playing the piano at a assembly or of some sort, and it just I just felt dropped into a very peaceful place in that, and yeah, it is that resonance. And isn't it amazing how, we've talked about this time being bringing up some difficult sadness and things like that, and stress of some sort. And my daughter and I were talking this morning about dreams and the dreams that come through actually at night that are stressful dreams. And she was saying, describing her dreams. How is she doing? Well, it seems like she's finding things to do in her home and with, at a distance with friends. And but her dreams, she knows she's going through something because her dreams are stressful. And I have to admit, I did have some kind of stressful dreams also the last few nights. But there is that coming through. If it's no matter how it comes through our voices here, it's sharing with each other through the sounds of that sound meditation is what it was, wasn't it? Coming in tune with our hearts, coming in tune with who we truly are more. Maybe that's what we're doing, huh? As we align with ourselves and each other in new ways. Maybe in realignment. That's what we're doing. Coming into a realignment. So anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, Talia. Yes, so that's part of it. If we are made of music, as sound healers express, then when there is music, especially with some deeper intention connected with it, and it may just be the joy of singing together or whatever song or music is being played, how it lifts us, that also accompanies that. So thank you for sharing it. And now I have you on the speaker view, so I see that it's not two green cars. It's very nourishing. I see the waters that behind you. It's beautiful. Thank you.
And it's great to see you too, Talia. How's David?
Yeah, Glenn, he's on the phone in the other room, but yeah, he was on the call on the Zoom earlier this morning, so he may be back.
Great. Well, tell him, give him a big hug for me.
I will. And to Marion, I heard her in the background a little while ago.
Yeah, she's on another Zoom with a group of women. I mean, this Zoom technology is really bringing us together in surprising and unanticipated ways.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
For me, it seems like it's calling us to go deeper in our connections in Zoom, to be able to see what the possibilities are to connect and to touch people in different ways. And a last piece, it was something that I posted in the community page of Good of the Whole, that it was some doctors and nurses and maybe nursing assistants in a hospital in Spain. They were standing in the hallway and chanting together. And that was just so amazing to see that was happening. And also, I guess I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to express it, but opening to a gift from the field, or a blessing from the field, that I did express during the sound part, and for me that seemed to open something. So I'm complete.
Well, I feel like just the presencing the field in a way that is unique and new, and really just allowing the space to be here for, for us to connect, and even, for there to be silence, and just hold the space here where anyone can drop in and drop out as they called, and just expanding this as well. So, and inviting those who would like to also begin to hold the space as well, to come through our Mentoring Stewards connection field and take on an hour a few times a week, and just hold the space for whatever shows up. Is a powerful expression, and also opening that opportunity for many more to step into maybe some emerging leadership that they might feel. So what a great opportunity that this love bug has created for us. Yes, it brings us together in new ways. And I'm complete.
Welcome back, Shelley.
Yeah, I just was going to feel into where you were, but it was interesting just going outside, and I had to do a quick errand and say hi to my mom, who is doing pretty well, and just the level of appreciation for just being outside. And I noticed like there was nobody, like today, like there was nobody around, and I didn't want to be outside. There's a special place where you can go, and I could go and do this Zoom call outside, and I haven't been going there because people were congregating quite close, not really close to each other, but almost too many people you didn't want to be around. But it was really nice to just have a moment of, it was such a contrast. One was I went down, had to go outside by the pool and be outside, and the beauty of the, the warm air and the sun, and then the contrast of going into my parents' apartment where that, CNN is going, and whatever the latest update is. And I think it's a practice. How do you hold them both? How do you hold them both? How do you, hold, just as a part of the whole without reacting right? Without reacting. And also you go out in the sun, it's like, oh, I don't want to leave here. You know, this feels amazing. And then we have our duties, our everyday duties, or, you know, connections, or whatever that is. And so I really got this, it was about this 15-minute contrast of, can I stay present in the field, holding them both, and move in between. And that was, and I think that's a really potent piece for our calls, is to kind of be there to wake up inside of how do we hold them both, right? How do we stay in love? It's easy to stay in love when you're in nature and you look at Talia behind her beautiful screen, Costa Rica. But how do you stay in love? And how do you do it gently and in a relaxed manner that doesn't get your body activated, right? You were talking about the body before. I'm sorry, I missed. I had to go out. So I leave that in the field. I think it's a beautiful place to go. And so it is, and I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. And what came to mind when you were speaking, that I guess I'm thinking of this immediate one, the sound part. This is the latest update in a certain way, that what we are doing in the connection field is like updating. It's also upgrading, potentially, all of us to the next level, because we're providing that space for it.
Hello again. I had to step away and take a call and deal with some frustrating business. And I'm so sorry I missed some of the sound, so I'm hoping that you'll have the replay links up, because I would love to hear this one with the sound. But going on what you said, Shelley, that yes, it's nice to have this to come back to, as I see it in the background, and reminding myself not to react so much, try not to get too frustrated, and with systems that I can't do a lot about, except try to find a way to deal with some business. And of course, on the phone from Costa Rica, and AI systems who are not cooperating. It was a little frustrating. So, because I couldn't even get a human being. So it's nice to come back to a screen of human beings holding this wonderful resonant space and go again and relax into it, and so it's really good. So thank you so much.
I just realized I'm going to give you guys a view. See if I can do this. I've been gifted this place to stay and possibly sleep over, but to work and to do my writing, because I've been staying at my mom's, and it's close quarters, and my mom and dad's, I should say. It's close quarters, and they listen to the TV really loud, and my mom's always talking on the phone, on speakerphone, so it's really loud. But I just realized and so I haven't gotten to settle into this space yet, but I wanted to give you a view. Let's see. So it's a really creative space. You'll see, I think this is perfect for our time, right? It's a creative workspace. Let's see if I can show you the whole thing. You see the cutting tool. The woman whose house this is a sculptor, and she's an artist. Let's see if I can make my way around. You see all, I mean, I think this is great inspiration for people who are at home, right? Create your little, get all your, you know, go to your magazines, cut out things that inspire you. Maybe next time I get on, I'll bring my journal cover, make a journal cover, you know, create letters for people. Look at all this. It's amazing, right? Totally
That's
incredible.
crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Neat.
And wait, this is really inspiring. I'm going to just take a moment.
I have
So,
that very lamp behind you.
oh, you do? Okay, let's see if I can. So here's some of her beautiful
Wow.
sculptures. And this is her, I think this is just really inspiring. Okay, so these are her latest cube. You can't really quite, the lighting, to turn the light on.
Actually, they sort of look three-dimensional.
They are three-dimensional. Let's just light up the place here so we can just give them. I mean, look what you get. They're just boxes, little tiny boxes, but she's just so creative, and she's got names for all of them. But look at these things that we can do. And this one I'll have to show you. I have the whole picture, but it's a body. She paints body art, and then over here, it's kind of fun, actually. These are all necklaces that she's made, and what she does, and this is a great thing for people. I actually have one, but not here. She meditates on a phrase, and then she has all these beads and all kinds of things to make these necklaces, right? She meditates on a phrase, and then she, from that state of meditation, she begins to make these necklaces, and each one has a different vibration. Each one has a different, just a different sensation. So I'll give you a quick, and then see if we can show you some more. This is kind of fun.
Shelley?
Yeah.
When you mentioned go get your magazines, it made me realize people could work on vision boards.
Vision boards, yep, during this
Vision
time.
boards.
So all kinds of fun things that we could be doing together. And we could even do some beautiful, it's just completely full of, and all these beautiful, you can't see, but all these boxes filled with ribbons and, yeah, because I'm sure some of that is already happening online as well. So, and think about it, you could make something and give it to someone, send it them, mail it to them. So anyway, I just started to notice what I'm surrounded by, and this is another painting of hers. Oopsie, beautiful painting. It's of water and reeds, and I think it's a Florida. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Henry.
Yes, I loved that idea, Karen, of vision boards, or to keep a focus on what we are creating or what we want to create. It's kind of a neat way to focus the energy of the times. Welcome back, John.
Well, thank you. I stepped into my 3D world.
Yeah.
But now I'm back for a while anyway.
And you have a great program coming up tonight. So,
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I've led a number of men's groups locally, and I've put the word out. Although one of the men's groups I used to lead meets on Monday nights, so they probably won't be available. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get the men to step up in this world in a different way. That's instead of having their focus totally on making money, see if we can open them up to using their heart treasures.
I remember in one of my classes, domineer related, one of the teachers said, there are no men and women, they're just human beings.
Yeah. And as you know, being in the world that you've been in, and certainly the world I've been in, from being a therapist to a group leader to consciousness raising seminars, I've found that mostly, like probably 85% of the participants are women. So that should tell me something. But when I designate a men's group, those brave enough to participate and open up tend to show up, and I'd like to expand that a little bit. It's been an interesting thing because one putting the word out on this, it doesn't say women are not excluded. So it's been interesting. I've had a couple people say, well, can women sit in? And my friend Judith Davis just sent me a text a while ago that said, from Hawaii, Glenn, said there is this thing called fishbowl that they can come in and observe the men's meeting without being participants. I don't know about that either. So anyway, it's a very interesting piece around divine feminine, divine masculine, and where we're at with the dualism of what we've created between men and women. So we'll see what happens. Any comments, Shelley?
I did just before you got on. Comments about the men in connection? Is that what you want me to?
Not necessarily men in connection. Comments about anything you want to say about men and women. and level of consciousness.
Nothing like putting me on the spot. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It's all about the love. It's all about the love. It's all about the connection. Yeah.
Okay.
Don, I have a story in my book that I had this vision that I've always thought of it from the feminine perspective, from the female perspective of the story. And I wonder what it would feel like to hear it from a male perspective, to experience it from the male perspective. I'll have to share it with you and yeah, and we can walk through that sometime. That would be really interesting.
Is this a new book or your published book?
My published book.
Well, I read that book. Which story is that?
Do you remember the story of the yin yang, and then the yin yang coming into heart and seeing the mama bear? Do you remember that story?
Oh yeah.
I'll have to try to find what page it's on. I don't have my book memorized by any means. So yeah, it would be interesting to see a male's perspective of rebalancing the power, reshifting the power. Yeah.
Well, it's really been my experience as of late, when I say of late, the last few years, that when we raise our frequency to the resonant field, then all duality, including masculine, feminine, disappear. And I like to operate from that place. It's really it's a lot more free, and you know, then the battle seems to disappear, and I like that.
Can I give Henry just a little bit of feedback before his time's up?
Yes, please.
I wanted to jump in here, Henry, because
Julie, it's being recorded.
yeah, this is part of his hour.
That's okay.
It's not feedback, it's a sharing into the field. So it's important. Henry, thank you for your music. And before this hour, I was working on the graphics for us to share out for the connection field. And the phrase came up, where you're never alone, love is always present. And I just want you to know that during your sound meditation, sound healing, it was so evident that your love was present and the greater field was so present. So thank you so much. I could viscerally, I couldn't hear the sound like in stereo, obviously, like you were very present. I could totally feel your love present without any distraction whatsoever. So thank you so much for sharing your love. It was really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Yes, I was intentionally opening to the field, and we say speaking from this field, I was opening to sounding from the field and to the field. And also what I have done in sound circles, which I did a little bit of here, is also not just the whole in the group, but also opening to the individuals, opening to each person, kind of briefly, and just opening to that within the field. So thank you. And I was somewhat sensitive of not wanting to do too much sound so that it would turn people off, you know. So I most of it was very gentle, and I'll probably continue that way, because I think that as some sound teachers that I've connected with, that less is more. So anyway, thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
And so we're up to the end of the hour, and I just wanted to let people know that I will also be doing this on Tuesday from the same time. So that is 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern, or where I am, Mountain Time, it's 3 to 4 p.m.
Henry, 3 to 4.
No, I'm sorry. I went the opposite direction. So it's 1 to 2 p.m. Mountain Time, so it's 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay. I get confused, like translating a foreign language. So I'll be here again tomorrow and on Mondays and Tuesdays. And potentially some evening, I may do something a little different, you know, just for evening time. We'll see. But this was fun. So I thank you all for being here. Just a beautiful energy of all your presences.
Thank you.
Henry, do you want to pass that host back to us?
Okay.
Mahalo, Henry. Thank you.
Sure.
After you stop, you want probably stop the recording.
So which do I go to, the top right-hand corner or somewhere else?
If you just go down to participants and click on